Disneyland, a world of fantasy, a world of adventure, full of thrills and lots of fun. But most importantly, Disneyland is a world full of history. In today's video, I'm joined by my good friend Adam the Woo as we take a look at some old vintage postcards. These things are 50 years old, and my friend Adam likes to visit old locations of history and really appreciate it. We actually filmed this back in 2015, and it's a little bit awkward because it was pretty much the first time we'd ever hung out. But I'm gonna let you guys just enjoy that. Hey everybody, welcome to the Dano channel. I am Dano and I'm back with more Disney postcards. We're here in New Orleans Square and I actually have a special guest with me today. It's Adam the Woo.
Who were you talking about this time?
You!
You were talking about me?
You, the only person who can go on adventures for me without first consulting my mom.
It's a very good point. What do you have in your hand right now?
Some postcards.
You know, it's very interesting. You have postcards. I don't have as many as you do, but I happen to have a postcard that is actually from the exact location that we are standing at this precise moment.
We're right here, right now.
So we should discuss this now.
Yeah, let's take a look.
We shouldn't even put this off any further.
No, let's get right to it.
This, I don't know what year this is, but this is clearly in the past. And the interesting thing here is that this little light pole has been removed, but it used to be right there. So you're basically emulating the light pole, but that tree looks exactly the same right there, except it's much larger, of course. And right next to it, pretend these very well-dressed women are removed, and then fast forward about 40 to 50 years, and that light pole lamp right there is actually right there behind that little gift shop. So that's super.
Now it looks like they've added
cool.
some street signs on top of it. It says Esplanade, Royal Street, and that wasn't there originally.
It was not. This was a no-named area. They did not have streets. There
Really?
were no names in the past.
No names?
That's at least what the history books have taught me.
I see. No names
at least
at all.
in my mind, that's what they are saying.
All right.
So very cool, and they've actually redone the tile. The tile down here does not look the same, but you can clearly tell that we are in the exact spot. Pretty awesome.
Now one thing to point out on here is there's a one-of-a-kind shop, an antique store, which might be our next postcard.
Whoa! I know exactly where that is, but no spoilers for me. No spoilers for me. I'll let you do the spoiling.
All right, so our next postcard is the antique shop. You can see it right here. This is I guess, one-of-a-kind shop is something else they called it. They had a bunch of reproductions, random crazy stuff from around the world. And nowadays, it is called Port Royal Curio and Curiosities.
And I am curious to see what the back of that postcard says. The information that I need to actually retain, and you need to read so that I can retain that.
All right, so New Orleans Square's elegant one-of-a-kind antique shop is filled with authentic treasures and handmade reproductions, kind of like I said earlier.
If you're gonna have a reproduction, you should have a handmade reproduction. If you can't have the original, you should take someone else's handiwork in a handmade product and reproduce it and then own it and buy it. Of course, we can't buy reproductions now. It's not handmade.
Not by hand.
Because that was then. This is current day.
What's it going to be like in the future, though? Who knows how much
time could tell. It could change dramatically.
It's going to be absolutely crazy.
But the interesting thing is, we were in there a moment ago, and we were noticing a lot of similarities between this postcard photo and what it still looks like inside. So we should go inside and check that out.
Yeah, let's go. All right, so actually right now we're standing in the courtyard area. You guys can see on the side of the postcard where the staircase, which is a lot different colored nowadays. It used to be white and green, now it's got this crazy purple, blue stuff going on. Now I heard there was a rumor going on that they're going to be turning this into a restaurant of some kind, but I don't know if that rumor ever went anywhere. Either way, we'll see. But you take a look in the postcard, it's kind of cool just to see this area and all the weird different stuff that's changed. Now we're actually in a store called Le Baton Rouge, which formerly used to be the Gourmet Shop. So let's take a look and kind of compare then to now. You see how
I see some similarities.
Yeah, there's a lot of similarities, especially in these windows right up here where we're at. The doors changed a bit. Let's go back from over there and let's see if we can kind of replicate that view. As you can see, some of the changes, that door's in a slightly different place.
And the window tops are the same. So the big window and then a small window on top.
Yeah, and there's not as much stuff hanging from the ceiling as there used to be.
Less chandeliers.
Yeah,
There's less chandeliers. There's less chandeliers in the past. Chandeliers are a thing of the future.
yeah. Oh yes.
I don't know where I'm going. The counter, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but the counter actually used to be right here. The counter's actually been moved,
now it's behind
which
us.
is here. And if you count how many counters there are, if you are a counter of counters, there was one there and one there. So together, if the past were combined with the future, which is the current state of today, which makes no sense, we would have 2 counters. So it would be like Marty meeting his former self, but there is no Doc Brown here.
Great.
See, does that make it?
Crazy stuff, stuff off the ceilings, the cabinets, and I said, where are we gonna put the clothes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Up there. That's cool.
it's really awesome. And everything is old.
Oh yeah.
This is friends and furniture.
Are those official names or those
No,
names you've
that's
given
the
them?
things I did about 8 years ago.
You dance dance.
Yes. Oh, you're talking about I know.
All right, so our last postcard doesn't look exactly like it used to a long time ago. It's the Grand Courtyard. It used to be called the Court of Angels, but now thanks to Club 33, we can't really see it or get in there anymore.
Now you are incorrect. You cannot get in there, so you're only half incorrect. But you can see in there through that little precipice crevice. If you peek in there, you can look through there, come through there, and you can see exactly what the past has to offer to your eyes.
It's beautiful. Now, one more cool piece of history that I've got is actually this old souvenir bag. Now, they don't make these anymore, and they don't give out anything like this at all here in the whole resort. It's a New Orleans Square Disneyland bag. And inside the bag, I found something really interesting. You guys can see it there on the screen. It's actually an old receipt from April 28th, 1967. Now that's crazy because it was from the gourmet shop, which is actually here where we're at now. And it looks like, my only guess is that what they bought with it was a postcard because it's marked 25 cents. There's this bag full of postcards. So kind of cool little piece of history. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap up this video. Thank you so much for watching. Go check out Adam's channel. He's got 2 of them, Adam the Woo, and your second channel, your daily vlog channel, The Daily Woo.
Yes.
But check him out. Thank you so much for being a part of this and helping me out.
Not a
I
problem.
appreciate it.
I'm going to end this with an awkward selfie. Actually, I gotta switch my camera around to reverse, so we're gonna get a selfie now. I always like to end vlogs with awkwardness. Not always with selfies, but awkward.
Awkward selfies.
I've succeeded at
Great
that
job.
accomplishment.
Great success.